Myra Chrysosinar.
I've thought a lot about what this would feel like.
What?
This. I wondered what it would feel like if I ran into you on the street.
How do you feel, Torvald?
I feel shaky. My hand is shaking. My leg is also shaky.
If you want, I can leave. Come back later. All right, I'll leave. I'm leaving.
Tell me why you're here.
Maybe now's not a good time.
No, just do it.
Are you going to look at me?
I doubt it. Not yet. Just talk.
All right. Here's what it is, Torvald. When I left you 15 years ago, you remember that night? I told you, you're free. You have no obligation to me. I gave you my ring and you gave me yours. We made an agreement that the marriage was done and you would divorce me. And that would be that. 15 years passed. I've been under the impression all this time that we were divorced. Until a few weeks ago, when I found out that you never filed it. Is that true? Did you never divorce me? Why?
Did I want you to leave?
No.
I didn't want to divorce you. You wanted that.
Okay. Well, can we agree now that you'll do what you need to do to make the divorce official?
And why do I need to do that?
I would do it myself, but I know you know that you and I, a man and a woman, in the eyes of the law, do not have equal rights to a divorce. So I need your help here. I can't do it by myself. You know, it's not right to hold me to something that I don't want to be held to. Are you really going to, after all this time, going to stand in the way of me getting a divorce? It costs you nothing to do.
You're assuming that it costs me nothing.
What does it cost you?
Maybe not as much as however much that dress cost you.
What? The Torvald, you... Okay then. Let me tell you what it cost me. Because you won't file for a divorce, because you're holding me in this marriage that's not a marriage, you have made me a criminal.
A criminal?
Yes.
How?
I've behaved as an unmarried woman. I have conducted business that married women are not allowed to conduct without the consent of their husbands. I've signed contracts that are now void. I could be prosecuted and put in prison. And believe me, there are people who would have me prosecuted, who would have me dragged through the mud.
Is that unpopular?
This doesn't just apply to me. Okay, Torvald, this affects you. If you ever wanted to get married again, haven't you ever wanted to?
No.
Not even the possibility.
No, Nora, I haven't. You sort of killed that for me.
Okay, well, just so you know, there have been other men after you. Several. I've had lovers. I've had a life. I did what I did thinking that you were no longer my husband. And now, because you failed to take the action you said you'd take,
sure that
I'm now in danger of having that life taken away from me.
You left. You left me. You walked out this door and you left me and you left the kids. And when I think back on what happened, I think to myself that I have one big regret. I wish I left you. I should have left you. Long before you left me, I should have. I think back to all these moments where I should have left you. There are so many.
Are there...
Every time you chastised me for being too serious or being too worried about small things, never taking seriously the things that I cared about, and every time you asked me for money, every time you asked me for money by first telling me how much you love me, as if by telling me that you love me, you would make me give you the money. That's really manipulative, by the way. And then every time you asked me to do a favor for a friend of yours, you had all of these friends, and it always became my responsibility to fix their problems, as if the only value I had in your life was either my ability to give you money and find your friends a job or a place to live, never considering the possibility that maybe I didn't have time to help everyone you thought needed help, and you could tell that the favors you were asking me made you uncomfortable, but you pushed, and you'd say things to make me feel like I was being a wimp or weak. Every time you talked down to me.
You were the one who talked down to me. I never.
Yes, and every time you made fun of me in front of other men. Every time you rolled your eyes at me, and when you told me that I was kind, but being kind wasn't enough to make you want to be with me. And the moment when you told me that your own needs were more important.
You did that to me too all the time.
And when you told me that moment that your needs were more important than taking care of your own kids who needed you, who missed you, who wanted you, and then the moment you told me you didn't love me anymore, that moment, that was maybe a minute before you walked out of here. But I wish I didn't take it like I took it.